Alright, we have a game for you today. This is the Gothic Siege Tower Hop. And I'm playing as the Goths, obviously. I like to go for very aggressive strategies on Arena. I know that some of you maybe like to go for a little bit more of a boomy approach. Talking about boomy approaches, a perfect example of that is Perseus. Perseus loves to boom. He'll have free TCs up in no time. He likes to go for fast Imperial into Scorpions. Definitely a very fun player to play with for me. And actually one of my favorite players to play with because Newmy and I, we have gone on many of really epic Age of Empires 2 adventures with really silly results. He is playing as the Britons, which he does very well. He has bailed me out of some situations for sure with their arbalesques. A lot of fun to play with this man. Our opponents are playing as Seven, the Ethiopians. No, they're not playing as the Civ 7. Their name is you know what I'm trying to say. Ah! They're playing as the Ethiopians. And we have Shady playing as the Khmer over here. So we have Khmer boom off between Perseus and Shady. Or maybe there's not going to boom. I don't know. And finally we have Bumblebee playing as the Berbers. That's a cool name, just to let you know. I do want to check one thing just to make sure. I have had some problems with my recordings. Just want to make sure that we are recording because I really don't want to waste my time. I have such limited time and I want to cast plenty of games 4D. So the idea here is that I'm going to go about 27 pop up to castle. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that I can basically get a castle right away. And so that I can build a siege workshop. That castle is not going to go in my base. It's going to go into my opponent's base. We are going to hop those villagers over their walls by means of a siege tower. I mean, this is not something super duper new, but it's definitely a strategy that I find very fun to do. And could be absolutely disastrous because if they have any kind of military in their base, you're roasty toasty. But, you know, it's just a game after all. You're just 10 villagers down. What is 10 villagers in the grand scheme of things? Nice boom going on over here. We are going to speed this up just a little bit, just so that we can get to some of that more action-packed moments. We are just going to take a look at everybody's base as we are going on fast speed. It looks like Newmy is up a little bit faster than everybody else, maybe a little bit too soon, but actually, nah, that's pretty good. Let's take a look at his overall pop count. I think we can actually see that over here. Newmy has a total of 22 villagers. Yeah, so a little bit early. I think he's going to have a little bit of a hard time going straight into castle, but a lot of other people are also following suit here. Red is up to feudal. I mean, we're all up to feudal at this point, basically. I mean, the Dark Age in Arena is really safe. It's super duper safe. And I'm even making this, you know, if somebody Khmer elephant chops all the way through here, if yellow goes all the way around here, through here, and then all the way through here, and then comes out through the back over here, he's going to be surprised because there's 2 layers of wall. I'm such a dork, man. I don't care. Anyway, so we're up to feudal. We are going to try and transition this quickly into a castle age, but I see that I've made a mistake. I do not have enough villagers on wood, and I have too many onto gold. I should actually transition some of these gold vills onto wood, but you know what? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, as we all do. Anyway, Perseus, I think he is probably going to be the first one to castle, as he is playing Khmer, so he doesn't need any of those prerequisite buildings. But it doesn't look like he has clicked up quite yet. Yellow clicks up. Oh, and then right after is Perseus. Oh man, the Khmer War has already begun, and Perseus was like, "Oh, I'm definitely the first one up to Castle Age. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna make it to Castle the very first." I have to give him some poop lord right there because Perseus is a very funny character and he doesn't take things too seriously. So I know that if I tease him a little bit, he knows it's in good faith. It's just friendly banter between friends. I think it's a fine line between friendly banter and bullying, obviously. But I think if the other person knows that you're teasing and that you're actually their friend, then it's okay. And I make it very clear to people that I am joking. I also only feel comfortable teasing people that I'm actually friendly or friends with. Like, I could tease Newmy no problem because he knows that I'm not a jerk and I'm not, going to, I don't know. Anyway, we are up to castle ourselves. But if I like Bumblebee, I've never met this person. I wouldn't just say, oh wow, that's a really great name. No, then you're just being a jerk, because you don't know them like that. If you know them for a while and, whatever. You get my point, okay? Stop giving me a hard time over here. I don't want to explain myself any further. Jeez. You guys in your over-analysis. And then at this point, Perseus loses it. He's like, what? I didn't make it to castle first? Come on, I was going to make it to castle first, and it just didn't happen. And we are a little bit short on the stone. Definitely should orient these guys a little bit better. Yeah, so I do eventually figure out that they should be mining from different stone piles. That's something small that you can do. If your villager is having to walk all the way around every single time to get the stone, then that's going to be quite slow. Now we are up to castle and we do need a siege workshop now as quickly as possible. We are a little bit short, 200, there we go. And yep, hand that in and build that siege workshop. We're going to make a siege tower from this, and then we are going to hop that in with 10 villagers and hopefully drop a castle somewhere. This is kind of slow, and it really only works if your opponents are doing boom, 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 boom. But it did look like they were going quite boomy, and actually I looked over here and I saw that Bumblebee surprisingly was still feudal, so maybe he had a little bit of a hard time booming. And he is now up the castle, and he is just going to drop additional TCs. So I think he maybe made a couple small mistakes in his eco management. Nothing too major, but and another TC. That's greedy. Free TC right off the beginning. And this is perfect for my strategy here. I do realize how expensive one of these siege towers is. It's like 200 wood or something ridiculous. Like, it's another siege workshop that you could produce for that. I did bring over some additional ones from wood, and we should have a total of 10. 10 is the maximum number of units that can fit inside of a siege tower. So plop these boys in. Plop these boys in. There we go. And we're off. I mean, you could go for 2 or 3 siege towers, but there's really no need. I think 1 siege tower is plenty. And we're going to see wherever we can drop this. I wanted to drop in the middle because I figured that's kind of where his TCs would be. You can see my scouts over here as well. Meanwhile, Perseus, he is doing a nice boom free TCs. It looks like Newmy is about to reach castle. Yeah, he was a little bit too soon to feudal, and I think that kind of slowed him down. But you know what? We're all there eventually. And I do want to drop. I realize that there's houses behind over here, so I have to drop on this side of the wall. And Perseus and Newmy were like, nah, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. And here we go. Hop them over. And castle being constructed. And there's no military here to deny this at all. I don't think Purple has even realized this. This is definitely a surprise! Surprise! And we're even building additional houses just in case he does try and run around with any military. But this is going up, and now he realizes, but now it is way too late. And look at the overall villager count, 36 for Bumblebee, and there it goes. And now we are just killing stuff left and right. Can we get that woman? Nope, that woman is going to make it to safety, but every single farm over here that it's going to is going to be disastrous. We are going to use these villagers for something or another. Oh yeah. I decided to make, I think, a siege workshop. Yeah, just to make things a little bit more awkward. And I did keep my siege tower over here just in case I wanted to move these guys over to somewhere else. Now there's two ways that you can do the siege hop, in my personal opinion. You can either fully commit to one person and you can slowly crawl forward with additional castles, build units in them like I'm doing right now. Or what you can do is you can drop one here, hop all of them in, and hop to another opponent. As we seem to be losing frame rates. No, that looks okay. Anyway, so yeah, all of this is going on. We are building Huskarls in here. The reason I'm building Huskarls is because I just want to harass as much eco as possible. We were at 36 villagers before, and we're still at 36. Even with free TCs, he's building additional ones, and he's losing additional ones as well. I feel like we're a little slow here. Is that just me? I was playing this game with Floppy, my gosh, and we were paused. And after the pause, I said, I feel like this was slower than before the pause. And he goes, no, I definitely think after the pause is a lot faster. And I'm like, oh, you cheeky boy. So we are going to take down that TC. That's going to waste a whole bunch of resources there. And meanwhile, at home, yeah, not a whole lot happening in terms of eco. Are we on like half speed over here? Let's speed it up a little bit, guys. Come on. No, we are on regular speed, so that is definitely not the problem. I wonder what's going on with my game. My game does game things sometimes. Wow, look at this. This looks kind of beautiful. Look at those little icons popping up at the same time as well. Over here, castle being constructed with one villager. Very nice. Additional look at all these farms. That's tons and tons of farms. And this is actually working. And the Huskarls, did we send them in yet? Yeah, the Huskarls are running around. They're trying to do damage. They pick off one or two villagers, but really didn't do a whole lot. But mostly just creating chaos within my opponent's base. We are. And I have hopped all of my villagers in here at this point. And I'm like, you know what? I have 750 stone. I don't think, because they're aware now, right, that I'm over here, that I'm doing stuff. So, you know what? Well, let's go to yellow. Let's go to yellow. Yellow's booming. He's Khmer. Let's see if we can get into yellow's base. But I kind of pick an unfortunate spot over here. And I don't know why you build a house over there. And we're definitely lagging. Like, I can just tell from this. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. If I pause real quick. Come on, toaster oven. That's how you fix all of your computer problems. If you're having computer problems, just smack your computer several times. That's an automatic fix to all of your issues. Yeah, I can't tell if we're lagging or not, but I definitely see like way more of these exclamation points than I normally do, and they're going on and off. They're flickering. It's like a Christmas show over here. My game is just having game thing problems, I suppose. It's not super terrible. And I think like, oh, can I drop over here? But there is actually a tree over there, so I can't actually drop through here. And immediately a castle is constructed over here, so I see that, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe yellow wasn't the best person to pick for this. Anyway, maybe we should just go to red instead. Meanwhile, there's still chaos ensuing over here for sure. There's a lot of arrow fire over here. I'm not building additional Huskarls anymore. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's going to get a whole lot achieved. And Perseus and Newmy were like, okay, so now what? What are you going to do now? Our score is still really, really close. We're about even in terms of score. And there we go. We hop over here, and we realize that there's a castle over there, so that's going to cause us some dead villagers for sure. Yep. Oh man, they're walking right into the fire. Oh, definitely don't want to lose those for free. So I do readjust here, which is not great. Definitely don't want to readjust, and we are going to wall our villagers in just in case. That was a nice little wall off over here, and quickly. Yeah, I feel like we're on regular speed, but there's definitely a lag. And oh, can that? Get in. No, 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 no. We block it just in time. I feel like there's a lag in the villager animation. Guys, fill me in if you agree or disagree. But there's definitely something strange going on with my game. Or maybe I'm just going mad. Let me know in the comments below. Is this... I mean, this is weird, right? There's something off. I feel like there's something off. Or maybe it's the fact that I'm building a castle in both red and pink's base. 7 is not having a good time. I mean, he does have these skirmishers over here to try and pick down some of these villagers, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. And the amount of damage that this castle is going to do is insane. I mean, it ranges everything, right? It ranges so... Look at this. This is weird. I've never had this mod do this before. I'm gonna get those. Gonna start queuing up the Huskarls. And now he thinks it's probably villagers, and then we're just going to set these Huskarls free at a certain point in their base. Meanwhile, Shady is to Imperial, as is Perseus. They're having their Khmer boom off. Trying to go for another castle over here. Why not? But this time only with 4 villagers. That's not a whole lot of vills. Trying to wall that in best we can. And it is somewhat protected, but there is a lot of pointy boys over here. Which I'm totally happy to take out. We're just trying to slow down red as much as possible. Huskarls. Ooh, definitely should have walled those boys in better because all those villagers are going to die. And that castle is not going to go up. Oh, the town bell is rung because the Huskarls are doing damage. So that's nice. I mean, even though this castle didn't really go up, those Huskarls were able to kind of like run around and do a whole bunch of damage in 7's base. 7 times the normal amount of damage than you might expect. And these Karambit warriors, or Shotel, sorry, these Shotel warriors, not Karambit. These Shotel warriors are also getting absolutely murked by this castle. That is a big waste of military. Even running this Huskarl back just so that we can get some more damage done on these pikemen. Trying to shoot them all down one by one by one by one, and that is some very, very good value. Realize that these guys are over here, and we're gonna eject. Are we gonna eject? No. Okay, we are figuring out with my siege tower actually, or I don't know how I spotted this, but I remember spotting this some way somehow. And we still have a presence in purple space. It's open, and we still have a presence in red space. So now I'm getting trapped down, and yeah, this is not going to be long-lived for sure. But I think it did what it needed to do. And actually, there's still villagers. Can we get her? No. There's still things going down here. Even rams needing to be produced to get this out of here. I mean, this is a huge disruption to their bases. As is this castle over here, which is going to get trapped down. And yeah, there's not much I can do about that for sure. Meanwhile, now blue and green, Perseus and Newmy, are on the prowl. I told them that they were taking gold over here, and all of those villagers are going to get absolutely murked. And here come the Arbs. Boop, 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 boop. Get them. And that's that. And now I think they're going to consolidate over here. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a push over on red. We're going to speed it up just a little bit just to get to that section over here. Newmy is getting trebbed a little bit at this point. Is he getting trebbed at this point? No, that castle was still getting trebbed. But now they are going to move over in this direction. I think green is also going to head over here. Perseus, maybe at some point. No, I'm going to build a castle on that gold, and he's going to protect me there. Very much appreciate it. And look at this. Look at this absolute death ball of scorpions here. 48 heavy scorpions. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. 52 scorpions heading over to support blue. Meanwhile, they've been disrupted for a long time. If we look at the overall eco numbers, it's 78 for red, 147 for yellow, 87 for bumblebee, and it is 100 100 for Perseus and Newmy, and 61 for myself. So I'm definitely behind, but I've been focusing on 1 TC disruption as much as possible. Now I've added a second TC. Now I've added a third TC. And now we are starting to get the spam going. We're going to Imperial Age, and we are going to build as many houses as we possibly can. And we're going to have the spam going. Get him! Get him! Get the tiger. Gotta get the tiger. Yeah, something funky is definitely going on with either my mod or with something. Yeah, because look at this. They're just blinking. They're just blinking. What's going on? I mean, it's not super disruptive to the overall aesthetics and whatnot, but still, I'm probably gonna have to just restart my game. My game is broken like so many times, it's like not even funny. I had that one game, that Nomad game, which was absolutely hilarious, where Max walled in his opponent. That all of a sudden my fire ships aren't shooting fire anymore. I mean, that's not necessary, right? We don't need to shoot fire, and this is gonna be a slow push to absolute devastation here. I think I wanted to show up with the longswords that I am constructing, but do I really add anything to that? And even Scorpions being constructed to deal with Newmy's arbs, but these arbs are wrecking everything that's over the wall, and slowly absolutely everything is getting destroyed here. Great, you got Huskarl. Well, those Huskarl are going to go down before they even have a chance to do anything. That's how many Scorpions are present at this moment. Let's actually switch to Perseus's perspective, I suppose, and go back over to that fight, and let's see how many. 45 Scorpions here. That's very, very tricky to take down. And Red has to absolutely abandon. He has to run away, and all of this is slowly going to get trebbed down. Very nice from Newmy to bring his trebuchets forward, and yeah, this is how you kind of drive this game home. I actually would like to see some rams from. Oh, the bell is rung. Actually, wait a second. I think everything just kind of normalized there. I might be just losing it, guys. If I do lose it, please tell Poop Lord Jr. that I love her very, very much. And these Trebs are having some problems getting into this base. My goodness. And now finally my two-handed swordsmen, they show up. But how do they even get in? How do they even get in? They can't even get into the fight to join the party. And I'm finally into Imperial Age. And now I'm saying, uh-oh guys, hey, that's all great what we're doing over there, but I'm about to get absolutely demolished at home. Could somebody help me out over here? Yeah, this is not a great situation. So I'm quickly trying to rush up a castle over here. All the villagers, all the boys and girls get pulled, and we're going to start sending our spam over this way and trying to accumulate. But that's quite a decent amount of force that is going to be heading over here. Thankfully, I have great teammates. They're a little bit slow, but they are coming over here, and Newmy's arbs as well, trying to clear up these Hussar. And those Hussar aren't going to make it anywhere. They are going to get absolutely demolished before they even arrive. They're trying to put pressure on us because we're absolutely wrecking their teammate Red, and this is just going to continue onwards. And they do break in, and they do cause a whole bunch of disruption in my base. But I do have those two-handed swordsmen, which are no joke. And thankfully, Newmy and Perseus show up at the same time. Still have that siege tower. That siege tower is just chilling over there. And yeah, this is going to be a good cleanup from them. Come on, Scorpions. I'm definitely going to have to give. Oh, man. Yeah, and just trying to focus down the rams here as much as possible. Other stuff is underneath there, and those rams are definitely not going to be enough. And there are the Scorpions doing work on the reinforcements. Meanwhile, that allows Newmy to just focus forward. And Red has been completely cleaned up. So I guess my idea here was kind of just to slow my opponents down, to give Newmy and Perseus a opportunity to boom undisruptedly into their ultimate compositions, which is arbs. And I guess for Perseus, tons and tons of Scorpions. I mean, there's still 57 Scorpions here, but oh my goodness, here comes the onager. 8 versus 9. Does he realize, or is this devastation? That is a lot of onagers. That is tons and tons of onagers. Could absolutely flatten this force. Come on, I want to see some big bada booms. Oh, it does manage to get them pretty good. I say, hey, why don't we just keep pushing over on this side because we've cleared this out pretty well. Might as well. And those onagers are going to slowly run away. They do get some flattening action, but that's definitely not the amount of flattening action that they were hoping for. And here are hussars as well. Ooh, big shots. Ooh, gotta get those onagers. Onagers actually really nicely counters the composition, but now those onagers are handled. And ooh, Newmy just escaping by the skin of his teeth. And these hussar are going to get absolutely wiperonied over here very, very quickly. And there's still 47 over here. And there's more hussar over here. I'm saying, hey, let's move it forward. Let's go! Pushing on two sides, and it is looking worse and worse. The score differential is huge at this point. And I know score differential isn't everything, but at this point, Newmy is killing with arbs. We have scorpions doing mad amounts of work. Managed to keep these trebs alive. I think Perseus actually lost some of his trebs here. But, you know, he's keeping up the, insane amount of scorpion numbers here. And yeah, there's no fighting against this. And I love seeing Hussar and whatnot running into... he's not even targeting them. He's not even targeting them, and they're all melting. That's absolutely hilarious. Absolute decimation there, and 7 does throw the towel into the ring, and we just need to close this out at this point. This is definitely a GG kind of situation. Like here, I did manage to finally get up the champion. Guys, I'm doing something, okay? I am champion here. I did something. More and more Hussar are being spammed in here, but they're getting absolutely decimated. I mean, like 2 shots from these arbs, and here come the champions. And oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, the absolute decimation of Yellow's Hussar forces. I mean, you can have as many Hussar as you want, but against gold units like this, ooh, absolute devastation. And yeah, we were pushing in here pretty hard as well, and the GG is eventually called. Well, if I want to do another game, I'm definitely going to have to restart my game, casting wise that is. And check out these statistics. Perseus, my goodness, 190 to 50, so that's about a 4-to-1 KD. Newmy actually with a positive 3-to-1 KD, and I'm about 2-to-1 KD, and obviously our opponents were having a little bit of a more difficult time. Economy, very, very good from Shady. Shady did a great job. I'm sorry, Perseus, but it looks like Slim Shady over here outboomed you. Perseus takes a lot of pride in his boom, so I gotta tease him a little bit about that. But look at this, this cheeky boy captured 4 relics. Nice job on that. An extra 2,000 gold generated just by means of having those relics. He did mention that he did that. I'm sorry I didn't cast that. And yeah, look at how red absolutely gets squeezed. I think castle was over here that got dropped, and then there was a castle that got dropped somewhere over here. Yeah, so here I think, and then maybe over here is when that castle got dropped. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think that makes sense. The second castle drop occurred over here. So yeah, there you have it. Siege tower into castle drop from Goths. I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I just want to tell you all, keep walking.